I forgot to put on some light. There we go. Let me know if you can hear me. That would be lovely. I am having the camera on this side and I'm having my live chat on this side. So I'll be responding on this side. Let me know if you can hear me, if everything is okay. If you didn't make provision for drinks, go grab your coffee or your water or your tea or your Coke, soda, whichever it may be. Why is my chat not working? My chat is not working. Mariana, looking good. Hello, 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 Mariana. Thank you for responding. I appreciate that. All right. We have a few people coming into the chat. How is the weather at your side? Because we had great weather yesterday here in Bloemfontein. And this morning when we woke up, the sun was still shining, but now the wind is blowing like crazy. And there's clouds. And I just want summer back. Hello, Mariana. Almost summer, she says. Lishan says, hello. Hello, Lishan. All right. So are we ready for this make-along where we're going to do knitted or crocheted knockers? Let me know if you have your knockers ready to start, because I haven't started casting on. I'm going to do the knitted version. And yes, I've not cast on, and I almost had heart failure just now because I was busy prepping my needles and I couldn't find my secure handle thingy-majigs. Luckily I had another project close by, so I was able to reach, because otherwise I thought, oh my word, I'll have to leave you guys and fetch the thingy that properly secures the needles. Okay, Lishan says, we had rain this morning, but the sun is out now. I started months ago and then stopped, Mariana says, so now I have to figure out where I am at. Oh, joy. Edith, hello Jalinkie. Ek 'n boobie nie, saam nie, maar sit wel in craft saam vir emotional ondersteuning. Oh, jy's so oulik, Edith. Dankie, jongie. All right, so I have my needles ready. The only thing I did was opening up the kit so that I could remember what size of needles I use. I probably could have gone onto Ravelry, but I didn't think about that actually. So I took out my pattern and I want to maybe show you what's in the kit. So in the kit comes with your pattern, right? Either a crocheted version or a knitted version. And then your yarn and the color of your choice, whichever you choose when you buy your knitted knockers. And then also the fibre. Hello Mariken. Hello van Meisenberg, she says. You're all very welcome. So also the fibre. I know that most or some of the yarn stores stock them. People reached out to me. De Volleys is a perfect place to get it. From Color Spun also. Anna Patat, I'm not sure if she has it yet this year. I'm sure she will have. Be Inspired informed me they will have. I heard a little birdie thingy telling me that there might be another online shop also having it, but I cannot specifically say it is like that, so I'll let you know once I know for sure 100%. And yeah, so I'm so happy to hear that some of our local yarn stores and our online shops, you know, is part of this initiative and assisting with the knitted knockers idea. All right, so these I bought actually from De Volleys. Yeah, they have a lot. I saw them once I was there the one time. All right, so that's that. I'm going to take out my yarn and I'm going to start casting on with my 3.75 knitting needles. I've placed them onto a 60 centimeter circular cable. I hope that will be working. I think it will be long enough and not too short also. And then the pattern comes with the pattern, right? As well as a leaflet where you can then write the knocker size that you're making, who it was made by, and then you put the, it just has a table in terms of, for the knitted knocker in the pattern, what is the size for cup sizes in terms of what you're going to be making. There is a disclaimer in the pattern though for the knitted version. Now I'm not sure for the crochet version. I don't know if Edith maybe can tell me. But for the knitted version, there's enough yarn for a cup size F. It says here more than enough for one pair, except if you're knitting cup size F or larger. So this can only be up until a cup size E. Otherwise, you would need more yarn. So what you can do is you can buy the same color yarn, and then have you can accumulate this type of yarn and then have more yarn for a bigger boob size, cup size. All right, so I've done this last year, so I'm not into the pattern that quickly, but it says here you have to work the stitches at the end of each row as per the pattern. Do not slip any end stitches as a chain edge is difficult to seam. When you increase, knit the front and the back stitch. Right. For a smooth front, insert the needle into the front of the next stitch, knit, insert the needle into the back of the stitch, slip. Okay, that's how you make a knit front back, so we know how to do that. All right, so we need to cast on 4 stitches. Let me see what is the comments here. Lishan says, my kit is en route. Should be arriving tomorrow or Tuesday. Oh, wonderful, Lishan. Where did you buy it from? From Calispan directly? Or where did you buy it from? And remind me, I know we have a WhatsApp group, but I think there might be people on here that is not on the WhatsApp group. So if you are participating, let me know, are you making the crochet version or are you making the knitting version? All right, so let me cast on 4 stitches. I am going to use the long tail cast on method with a little, not really a long tail, with a shorter tail. Cast on 4 stitches, knit 2 rows. Okay, so let me knit the 2 rows. Anyway, so yeah, I was saying Bloemfontein had the best weather yesterday. We had so much fun. We actually made a potjie yesterday outside. It was perfect weather. I'm so looking forward to summer. And today it's just windy and horrible and cloudy. Lishan says, yep, got it directly from Calispan. I'll be making the knitted version. Oh, great. Awesome. Right. One row down. Another row to go. Is there any questions with regards to the make along? I think next Sunday I will be opening up the screen for a more interactive approach. Is it the word interactive? No. Is it interactive? I don't know. Anyway, so I'll be probably having a Zoom link for members on my WhatsApp group to join the live, where you will be on the screen as well, which I think will be quite nice. Okay. Continue, increase knitting into the front and back of each stitches. Okay, so we are going to increase now, knit front and back. All right. It feels very more stressful. Thank you for the emotional support, Edith. To be able to knit and read a pattern live, I have to say. Because I thought, let's start this cast. It's almost like a cast on party. Let's start this knocker while we're doing the live. These days, I honestly do not have a lot of projects or works in progress. I'm really struggling with anxiety when it's too much. I don't know. I just can't handle a lot of projects currently. So I really have one project currently. Not oh, Susanna. Hello from Perth, Australia. Oh, that's lovely to have you, Susanna. If you didn't put your name on there, I would probably not have known who it is. I'm having a cup of coffee. What are you having? It's still hot. Very hot. Anyway, okay, so now the alternate rows I have to pull. Okay, so now I pull the row. So this is probably on the inside of the knocker. Okay. All right. There we go. Ah, joy. Maria Vermeulen. Thank you for my knitted knockers and kits. I'm going to start as well. Oh, yippee. My friend Almarie just visited me. And we had cake and coffee. And I gifted her a pair of crochet knockers. She is a great crocheter. And 2:30, she was like, oh, I need to run so that you can do your live. And there she is already safely home, I believe. And, and she's going to start the kit. That is so awesome. Before I go on, I cannot do everything all at once. So let me just quickly see. Mariana says, I can hardly crochet and listen what to say, crochet and talk. Hats off to you. Susanna is saying, waiting for the kettle to boil, then I'll have some coffee. Oh yeah, I'm also having coffee. It's absolutely wonderful. Okay, now for row 5, I need to knit 2, increase in the next 6 stitches, knitting front and back of each stitch, and then I will have 14 stitches. Okay, so knit 2, and then the remaining stitches I need to increase. Okay, cool. I need to count my stitches when I'm done here, just to make sure that while I'm doing this live, I'm not doing any horrible things here to this poor knitted knocker, so that somebody doesn't end up having a skew or misformed knocker. I want it to be beautiful so that it can, be used. All right, so I'm done with row 5. And now I need to have 14 stitches. Do I have 14 stitches? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yes. There we go. Look at that. It's going, it's going. All right, now I need to pull the back row again. All right. So for me, assisting with breast cancer awareness or knitted knockers is also a personal reason. My one aunt used to struggle with breast cancer. I mean, since I was small, she really struggled with breast cancer, and then at a later stage in her life, she lost both her breasts. And I can remember her using, what is psychosa in Afrikaans? Stockings, right? Use stockings and like lentils or some seeds to be able to create a false boob. And then she would wear that. I can really remember that. And then later years, unfortunately, my aunt passed away. So when I'm making, last year when I made the knitted knockers, and this year, it really, I just have a lot of thoughts thinking about my aunt, losing both her breasts, the trauma of that, it's very easy to say, yes, you lose your breast because you're trying to save your life, so that's fine. But for most women out there, it almost feels like you are losing your womanhood, because that's so very important for us as women to have breasts, because that's one of the things how we what is the word, that makes us women. So yeah, I can really, really clearly remember how my aunt struggled and using those things and how it broke. and then she would have both in, and then it just doesn't look right. I can remember that so clearly. So yeah, I always, when I knit this, I think of my aunt Tannie Susan, of Tannie Saintjie, as we used to call her. So yeah. Then row 7, you knit 1, then you increase 1, and then you knit 1, and then you will have 2 stitches left which you knit 2, and then you will have 20 stitches. Okay, so let me do that. Knit 1, and then increase 1, knit 1, increase 1. Okay. Are you casting on your kit now, or have you started already? I know Lishan said she's waiting for her kit. So Lishan, what are you currently working on? And Edith, what are you currently working on? I'm almost there, Knit 1. I'm doing well so far. And then knit the last 2, and then I should have 20 stitches. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Perfect. 20 stitches. So row 7, done. Lishan, what are you working on while you're waiting for your kit to arrive in this week, in this coming week? And Edith, what are you working on? Oh wait, I've missed some stuff. I just realized. Pretorius Davies, welcome. I've missed your comment. I'm so sorry. Is there a specific range of sizes that are most commonly required? Oh, it's Alex. Oh, Alex, sorry. Is there a specific range of sizes that are most commonly required? I would say if I look typically in the shops of the most sell bra sizes, I would say it's cup C and cup D. So I always try to make a cup D. I think last year, well, it's on my phone now, but last year, I can maybe quickly check on Ravelry. I think I made a cup size D. But obviously, you know, there is other sizes as well. The other option would be to maybe talk to your local Kanza branch, because somewhere we're going to talk about how we're going to distribute these knitted knockers or crocheted knockers. And my suggestion would be, but I'm open for your suggestions as well, to speak to your local Kanza branch, because normally they would know exactly what is the current need there, what ladies need what size. So Alex, I hope that will assist with your question. But you're also more than welcome to take your knitted knocker and make it for a loved one you know, maybe a friend, maybe a family member that maybe lost breasts recently or a few years back, and then make a knitted knocker for their required size. Okay, Lishan says she's busy with her tic-tac-cowl. Oh, Lishan, I can't wait to see how your tic-tac-cowl is going to look. I hope you enjoy it, to knit it. And I remember I saw your colors on Instagram. I love the colors. I love those neon colors. Then Tanya says, good afternoon all. I have a friend who is a cancer survivor, and she sent me a message to say thank you on behalf of her friend who just loved them. Oh, that is just amazing. You see, it's such a small thing we think we are doing, but it really makes such a big impact. If you don't have breasts and you're able to place something there that is soft against your skin and not, you know, being oversensitive or itchy, and you can wear them and still feel you have boobs, even though it's not real boobs, but that's just awesome, Tonya. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Is there any one of you that has a personal reason for participating in the Knitted Knockers make along? I told you my reason. I'm doing this for my Tannie Saintjie, which passed already. She passed away, but still, this is my personal conviction, maybe. Maybe I must say conviction. I don't know. It's these days I'm struggling with English words. I don't know why. It's like my library of words is getting less or less, or my brain is too full of other stuff. I don't know. But recently I struggled to find the correct words. I always say that I have Afrikaans days, which is my home language. And then I have English days, which I just excel in English. And then recently, my English days are less and less, and my Afrikaans days are more. So, very strange. All right, Mariana says, my mom had breast cancer and her sister passed away after a long struggle with breast cancer. So it's very close to my heart. Hi, Mariana. Yeah, we all know somebody, right? Either a family member or a friend that had breast cancer. It's really sad. It's really, really sad. All right, now I'm at row 9. So knit 2, increase knitting front and back of knit stitch. So knit 2 and then increase, and then I need to have 26 stitches. Okay, so knit 2, increase, knit 2 and increase. All right, there was a question I just had. The same way that we are making a difference in terms of, you know, knitting or crocheting these knitted knockers, I think we also need to at One Life discuss, you know, the importance of going for mammograms. We need to do that maybe. Tanya says, I'm doing it in memory of my father-in-law who passed away from breast cancer. Tanya, I'm very sorry about your loss, as well as Mariana. And what people don't realize is that men also get breast cancer. We just tend to think it's a woman thing, but men is actually also struggling with breast cancer. It's like you don't even fathom that, but it's a possibility. And so thank you for that, Tanya, to remind us about that, because that is so true. And I think men tend to not even think about that option even, and we need to create that type of awareness as well. Obviously they will not need knitted knockers, but it's not to say it's just not so bad for them. It's horrible too. So I think we will maybe talk to somebody that will give us more information about mammogram and, you know, looking after ourselves. Whoop, there goes my yarn. Looking after ourselves in terms of breast cancer. We really need to look after ourselves. So yes, there's my row 9 done. Can you see? So now I'm going to pull. Here we go. I know for myself, I had my first mammogram last year. There was almost a scare, but luckily it was nothing to be worried about. And sometimes we think we'll do it next year, or we just forget, because it's easy to forget. But we really need to make an effort to make sure that we go for regular checkups, you know, so that things like this can be quickly catched. Is that the word? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yo, the wind is howling outside. So strange. Alex, are you satisfied with my answer with regards to the sizing, sorry, I only saw your question so late. And Susanna, do you have your cup of coffee already? Did the kettle boil? I hope it was not a big full kettle of water, because then it takes longer to boil, right? And how is the weather in Australia? Is it also getting warmer now? The temperatures is rising here in Bloom, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm over the winter now. Totally over the winter. All right, now I'm going for row 11 on the knitting knocker pattern. So now we're going to increase, knit 3, and then we're going to increase, and then knit 3, and then we're going to increase. Oh, I didn't count my stitches. Let me just make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. Yes, I'm still on par, which is good news. All right, knit 3. 1, 2, 3, and then increase. 1, 2, 3, and then increase. There we go. There we go. I'm counting here. It's a lot of things that I have to try to juggle here. And not forgetting about you guys and just knitting away, because that can really easily happen. So I have to remind myself to be able to count and do the live stream. It's something, I have to tell you. It's not that easy. All right, I'm almost done with my last increase. Knit 2, I believe, and then I should have 32 stitches on my needles. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32. Yes! So it's going well. It's going well. All right. Susanna says, yes, I have my cuppa. Yes, it's like the winter has been shorter this year. Did you also have a severe winter, like very cold? Because I don't know, it feels like the winter this year has been just extra cold. But I have to say though that I'm really surprised that the temperatures are rising so quickly. It does feel like a shorter winter. I agree with you here in South Africa. All right, Mariana says, so is the knitted version not in the round? The crochet version is in the round, so it's interesting that it's done differently. Yes, Mariana. Let me just quickly, so there's at one stage you're going to do a mattress stitch together, to stitch them together. Let me just see. I think. Yeah. Then you do a flat seam, stitch a flat seam on the right side. Yes. So I think I did a mattress stitching. Yes, using a mattress or a ladder stitch. So then you bring the sides towards you. Yes, it's interesting. I haven't had a look at the crocheted version. So Mariana says, you can tell I know nothing about knitting. No. It sounds like you do, because you immediately figured it out that it's not in the round. Which is interesting, because you can actually also do it in the round for the knitted version. I'm sure you can. And I actually think on the International Knitted Knockers website, there is patterns for knitting. I'm not sure about the crochet versions though. If memory serves me well, I think there's knitting versions for DPNs, double pointed needles, magic loop. Maybe I'm just talking bollocks now, I'm not sure. But if something just wants to like tell me, I can actually quickly have a look here. I'll have a look just now. Susanna says, yes, I had it dropping to -1, which it has not done before. Oh, really? Like -1 during the day, Susanna, or like -1 Celsius degrees at night? That I would like to know. Okay, let me quickly check the International Knitted Knockers website. There's knittedknockers.org. That is the website you can use. All right, patterns, downloads. Is that the one? Patterns. All right, so there is bottoms up knocker for double pointed needles. That is for knitting. Knitted knocker pattern for crochet. Knitted knockers on DPNs, our original pattern. It says DPNs double pointed needles. So the first one was double pointed needles, but there's the original version. They have the revision numbers actually on there, which was done in 2017. Then they have a bottom up knocker for 2 circular needles, adaptation by Laura. Then there's another one from Jenny Knits, which is a DPN pattern. Magic loop, a machine knitted knocker. I didn't know that. A machine knitted knocker. Then Heart for Knockers pattern, which is by Anne Herndon. And then a loom pattern. Cindy Wood loom pattern. What? And then a bottom up knocker knit flat with 2 needles. Oh, wait. That one says it's discontinued for personal use only. Oh, okay, interesting. So yes, it's amazing that there's all these options on the international page. So that is knittedknockers.org. You can find patterns there, but there's only one for crochet, obviously. Interesting, right? Okay. Susanna says it kept dropping down to that for several hours, usually around 4 or 5 a.m. Yeah, okay, so in the mornings. You know, we also in Bloemfontein, we have like sometimes it drops to -9 in the mornings. And then when the sun comes out, luckily for us, so we are in central South Africa, we don't have our rain season during winter time, which is different for Western Cape Town, for instance. They have their rainy season in winter time. But we have a very dry winter here where I am. And so for us, the sun is super important because the moment the sun comes out in the mornings, it heats up so that it's bearable during the day. And we had strange weather this year. There was actually rain twice. There was a lot of cloudy days. Mostly our winters are like sun during the day. And then when the sun goes down at about 4 o'clock, it's super, super cold again. But then there was some cloudy days, which was just not great. And then rainy days. So I don't know, it's just strange weather. I don't know what's going on. Alex says, thank you. 36 to 40, I guess. Yes. Yeah, I would say so, Alex. Yes. So 36C or 36B. I didn't even check. Well, oh, that's the, yeah, so basically, this is just the cup, right? So anybody with, if you are making a D, for instance, right, as per the knitted knocker sizing, then that could be a 38A for somebody that is a 38A. It can be for somebody that is a 36B, or it can be somebody that is a 34C or a 32D. So you have those options, which I mean, it's really amazing. It will fit all those sizes, which is awesome. So yeah, that is really cool, I think. Okay, where was I? I lost track of my pattern. Okay, so now you're going to continue increasing in this way, where it was knit 1 and then increase, knit 2, increase the next row was knit 3 and increase. So now we're going to increase up until you reach the measurement for the size you are knitting. So you measure from the cast onto your needle up until where you're done, and then that is the sizing for whichever cup you're going to make. So for instance, for me, I'm going to do an E cup or a D cup. So I need to have a measurement of 8.75 going across like this. So I need to increase up until I get the length of that. So let me do that and make sure I need to pull first. So after the wrong side of the pattern is pulling rows. So let me pull this row first, and then I need to count again. All right. It's actually a very easy pattern to follow. It's really not difficult at all. All right. Is there any questions with regards to the hashtag Boopie Along Make Along? Then you are more than welcome to ask any questions. We will have the live for only an hour. So at 4 o'clock we will conclude the live, because we're all busy and things needs to happen on a Sunday afternoon in the house to get everybody ready for Monday, right? So I will not keep you long, I promise. It will be just an hour live. All right. No questions thus far. Cool. Awesome. How is your kit coming along? Your version. How many rows did you do already for yours? Okay. Now I'm going to do the next row, which is knit 4 and then do an increase. Knit 4, do an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 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 an increase. Susanna, do you have these types of kits in Australia as well? The knitted knocker kits available there in Australia. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm thinking of this joke where, you know how we all are doing our crafting and then you're like telling people, shh, I'm counting. I heard a joke the other day where this woman was just telling people, shh, I'm counting, because she just wanted to be with herself and not being interrupted, or just not having the mental capacity to talk to people. So she was just like counting 4, 5, 6 so that people can leave her alone. It made me laugh so much. Okay, crochets in the round in split single crochet, so taking forever on round 14. Wow, round 14? I'm around 13. Oh, we're almost there. Same. Not well done, Mariana. Well done. So yeah, that really made me laugh. It's the same as my daughter will come and ask me, can we just quickly do this, or I want to ask you something, and then I will tell her, can you just hang on, I just want to finish this row. So she started by coming to me, and then she would be like, Mom, when you finish this row, there's something I want to ask you. So yeah, the things that we do, we just can't get away from our craft. It's addicting, and we don't want to leave to, you know, either do something or do the washing or clean the kitchen. We'd rather be sitting and knitting and crocheting or do whatever we love to do the whole day. Ah, okay, cool. Susanna says Knitted Knockers Australia sell the kits. Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Mariana says yes, but remember I started earlier. I think today I've only done one round. Oh yes, I remember you said yes. Yeah, you took it out from your heap that was in hibernation. It was a hibernation project. So that's cool. Oh, that's funny. So Susanna, do you have a kit with you, or you're working on something else? It is not bad to say that you're working on something else, because there's people waiting for kits. And if you just join because of company, that is fine too. That is awesome. Any company is welcome. All right. Now we need to do 5. I think I need to put in a stitch marker so that I can remember, because otherwise I'm going to start to make mistakes. Let me use one of these. Now I need to get it out. Ka-ching. There we go. So that I can remember. Okay. Now it is 5. Maybe that's not a good practice in front of the camera, to keep things in my mouth. Joy. Okie dokie. 5, and then I'll do increases. Ach, jennetjie toch. There we go. You see, I didn't keep it in my mouth, and now it went on the floor. Anywho. It's funny. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So talking about whips and me getting anxiety about having too many whips these days, how many whips do you currently have together with your knitted knocker? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh joy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Whew. I almost thought I made a mistake because it's not working out to knit 2 at the end. But I did not make a mistake. All right. Susanna says no kit yet. I'm working on a pattern as a tester at the moment, a beginner. The knit knockers is something I would love to support though. Thank you for bringing awareness. Oh, it's my pleasure, Susanna. Wow, the pattern that you're doing currently, is it a crochet pattern or a knitting pattern? Tell us more about the test, if you're allowed to talk about the test. That would be awesome to hear about your test. I believe it's crochet. Looking at your name, I think you only crochet. Do you crochet and knit? Alex, tell me if you have a kit already. All right. Now I can pull again. So I want to disclose though that I'll probably not be working on my knitted knockers in the week. Last week I did not even have time to work on any projects, which makes me really sad. So I'll be working on my knitted knockers on Sundays when I'm doing the live. If I can do two knitted knocker sets, that would be amazing. If I'm only doing one, that is fine too. Everyone makes a difference. One makes a difference already. So yeah, I'm not going to work fully on the knitted knockers every day for the 2 months. So that is just a disclosure so that you're aware. Yeah. But the knitted knockers are going so quick that you can probably do it one boob in a day. I remember last year, it's almost the same as socks, knitting socks. I knitted the one boob, I was so excited. And then I was like, oh yes, I still need to do the other one too. So yeah, the same as with socks, cast on immediately. Then you don't have that second boob syndrome. That would, oh, I've let the stitch go. There we go. Oh, almost. I almost lost a stitch. What is happening here? Okay, let's see quickly. What is the... I thought I made a boo-boo, but I didn't. Jeepers creepers. All right, so my boob is coming along very nicely. You can see there's the increases. So Mariana, the boob in the end will be joined here, the sides here, to create a fully knocker when it gets a little bit bigger. All right. Susanna says, yes, I started crochet in January. Oh, wow. That's amazing. And totally obsessed. We know the feeling. We know the feeling, Susanna. It is a summer top. I want to learn to knit as well. Even crocheted a pair of socks. Oh, wow. So you really went for it, and you're already a tester and did crochet socks. That's amazing for somebody that started in January. Let me tell you. Well done. Tanya says, my 2-year project, the Battenberg, yes. I'm making a square day for my birthday month. Tanya, are you having your birthday in August? I'm crocheting 300 bookmarkers for hubby's school. Goodness gracious. And a test knit pair of socks. Oh, wow. Waiting for my parcel to arrive. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. 300 bookmarkers. What pattern are you using? That sounds so interesting. That's amazing. Rosemary says, sorry, I only joined now. Please tell me more about how this works. Okay, Rosemary, hello. You're so welcome. I'm going to tell you just now. Marican says, ek het 2 whips. I've got 2 works in progress. Nog nie met die knitted knockers begin nie. Ek hoop ek sal hierdie week 'n kit kan kry. Wil dit graag vir my suster se vriendin maak. Okay, so she's got 2 works in progress. She didn't start it yet with her knitted knockers. She will get a kit this week and she wants to do it for her sister's friend. That's amazing, Marican. I love that. And then Susanna saying, oh my word, Tanya, 300 bookmarks. Yeah, Tanya, you need to tell us more about these bookmarks. So Rosemary, you get these kits. Calispan has these kits in South Africa for knit. It's going to either be a knitted knocker, a knitted version, or a crochet version. So there's 2 kits available. Calispan has them on their website, but the Volleys in stocks them. Anapatat stocks them. Most yarn shops stock these knitted or crochet knockers in the yarn shops. So it's obviously affiliated with cancer. And for the upcoming breast cancer awareness month that we have in South Africa in October, I don't know if it's like that worldwide, but I thought let's do a make along August, September, getting our knitted knockers ready so that we can then gift them to so you have options. You can either gift them to somebody that you know, like Marican, that is doing it for a sister's friend, or you can contact your nearest cancer office and go and donate it there. That is the option. So it's really a very easy make along. No hassle and problems and issues and a lot of organizing, but just making a difference for ladies that has had mastectomies and need something to fill out the bra. So the one thing that's very important to understand or to know is that when you are making a knitted or a crocheted knocker, to not use synthetic yarns, to use natural yarns. So this is like cotton, and then the filling is also a natural fibre. The ladies that had mastectomies, those cutting lines, if I can call it like that, or marks, is very sensitive. The skin obviously is very sensitive. So those skin can't handle synthetic materials being placed directly on the skin. So something like a natural fibre like cotton is perfect as a knitted knocker on the soft skin, you know, so that they can have something filling out their bra, and then they don't have a flat chest when they're going out in public. Not that a flat chest is not wrong, but some of these ladies, we was talking about it earlier, where we said that having breast cancer and losing your breasts can really be a very traumatic event. Yes, your life is saved for some of these ladies, but it's like your womanhood is attached to your breast. So they are struggling with feeling like a woman or losing identity because they have lost their breast. So the knitted knockers bring back, for those ladies that is maybe struggling, you know, some type of comfort to be able to appear like they're still having breasts when they're out in public. Right, I hope I don't say anything wrong because I don't want to upset anyone. But yeah. Tanya says it's a very simple YouTube video. Okay, Tanya, so it seems like you need to share and tell us the name of that YouTube video. Susanna says, I saw a really lovely tutorial with a 3D flower and the green string to represent the stalk and has a few flat leaves. All right, so that is also obviously a bookmark, I believe, that Susanna is talking about. And then Tanya says, we have book week when we get back from school holidays. Oh, so that is probably in October, right? This year it coincides with Arbor Week, so I'm making leaves. Oh, wow. Last year I make mini squares. Each adult and child will receive a bookmarker. That is amazing. Tanya, I love that you're doing that. And I love that you have a book week, because making books or reading books is also very close to my heart. I really believe that if you're a reader, you are more clever than the rest of the population. I said it, sorry. But I really, especially for children, when you read, it makes you clever. Oh, you shared the above. Oh, joy. Okay, wait. I need to see where it is. I missed it. All right, Rosemary says, I would love to join the make along. You're so welcome, Rosemary, anytime. Do you want me to add you on the WhatsApp group, Rosemary? Because I can do that as well. Okay, Antonia says, I shared the above. We go back in September. Oh, September. When is the school closing? You know, my daughter is homeschooled, but we don't do homeschooling where I'm the teacher anymore. That we stopped. It was not good for our relationship. So she's going to a center where they follow the exact same program, but there's like tutors now looking after their academic side, which is awesome. And I don't know when the school is closing. So I'm feeling a little bit out of touch, but I'm not even thinking about September yet because August is so busy. Maybe that's the reason why I don't know when school is closing. Anyway, okay, wait, let me, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be knitted knocker. All right, so we did 5 stitches the previous time. Now we're going to do 6 stitches. And then I have to measure at some point my fabric. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then increase. Right, we've got 6 minutes left. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is there anything specific you would like to know? Because we're going to see each other only next week again. We will have, I will be better in my planning in terms of letting you know about the live. I had a sock class yesterday in my house for my crochet friends that participated in the crochet marathon here in South Africa. And I promised them I will do a class with them. So I did a sock class yesterday and I was busy. And then, so I was not as prepared as I wanted to be. 4, 5, 6, let me just quickly finish this row and then we can say goodbye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and increase. Yes, I didn't make a mistake. Oh, dankie toch. There we go. All right. And as I'm purling this row, let's read the last comments. Almarie says, Yaline, just remind me what is the biggest size for this kit? I had to start all over again with size 4.5 as the 4mm tension was not loose. All right, Almarie, I'm going to ask you to maybe send me a pic of your pattern. Then I will be able to assist you. Lishan, we also homeschool. School's closed on the 23rd of September, I think. Okay, Lishan, cool. Thank you so much. Tanya says, private school holidays. Oh, wow, okay. We're off for the month of August. Really? That's amazing. I didn't know that private schools has a different timetable than normal schools. Because I know that the center where my daughter is having homeschooling, they're trying to utilize the same dates as the government schools. So that's quite interesting. Rosemary says, yes, please, I will get a kit from Colorspan. Okay, so Rosemary, I'll add you to the group. And then I will send you also the link for Colorspan. Then you can get a kit there as well. All right. Okay, so I'm going to start saying goodbye. I really am so grateful for you joining the make-along, the hashtag #BoobieAlong make-along, as well as joining me today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. It's appreciated. And then I will do another live next week. I will have a better heads up, more chance for you to know about the live. And then I hope that you will have a super, super week. Danya says some of us have a 3-term year. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm learning stuff today. Have a super, super, super week. Good luck with your knitted or crocheted knockers. And then I'll see you again next week. Thank you so much. Have a super day, everyone. Bye.